What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have a fragrance review for women from the house of Emanuel Ungaro, and this one is called Diva. This is my mom's second favorite fragrance that she likes to wear. Her first favorite fragrance is called Fashion Fair No. 1, I can't find that one anywhere. If any of you guys know where I can find that, I understand it's discontinued, so it's going to be hard to find. But if any of you guys have it or know where to find it, I would like to buy it or buy a sample or something from you guys, so please let me know. I would really appreciate it. But I wanted to give you guys my opinion on this beautiful fragrance for women. And I wanted to break it down for you. I wanted to give you guys how long it lasts, the sillage, and all that great stuff, what I get from this fragrance. There's a lot of notes in here. It's very complicated, and I'm going to try to do my best to kind of break this down for all of you guys, okay? So let's get right into it. So, Diva by Emanuel Ungaro. It's a 1983 release. It's classified as a Chypre floral fragrance for women, and this is the EDT version. The top notes are aldehydes, Indian tuberose, coriander, cardamom, bergamot, and mandarin orange. The middle notes are Turkish rose, Moroccan rose, carnation, ylang-ylang, narcissus, orris root, Egyptian jasmine, and the base notes are honey, oak moss, civet, sandalwood, iris, patchouli, amber, vetiver, musk, and vanilla. And before I get to what I think of this fragrance and what I get, I want to show you guys this bottle. This is a glass bottle. It looks really nice with the stripes that kind of cross each other, and it looks like a woven little basket or something like that. Very nice. The juice color is like a piss color. The cap, I believe, is plastic. It could also be glass. I'm not too sure. And the atomizer is gold with this nice little detail right around here with the band. I'll show you guys what the sprayer looks like. Sprays a good amount of juice, and the bottom of the bottle has some batch code information, and I'll go ahead and put that on the screen for you guys, for all my batch code hunters. I do believe that this batch is a 10-year-old batch. It might be 10 years and 14 days or something like that when I checked on Check Fresh. So this is an older batch. It's not necessarily a vintage batch, but it is an older batch. I mean, I was 16 years old when this was made, so I consider that old. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But let me go ahead and spray this on my hand here. And I have the dry down on a tester strip right here, and we'll get to the dry down in a second. But when you first spray this on, you're kind of gonna get this alcohol blast. It's gonna dissipate within a couple seconds, but you're gonna really get this bright, fresh, clean aldehyde smell. And if you guys don't know what aldehydes are, it can give off a bright, clean, fresh, soapy clean vibe, kind of like a laundry dryer sheet smell, and that's exactly what I get here. But it soon moves into like this dirty civet smell, animalic smell, not cat piss. I understand some people can get cat piss, but I get like a dirty animalic with some powdery rose and some powdery rose with some powdery iris and some earthy patchouli. It's very earthy, it's very animalic, and that's exactly what I get from here. Also, you're going to start picking up on this bitter oak moss, kind of like a green, grassy, I wouldn't necessarily say it's a grassy oak moss, but it's a very green, bitter oak moss. And that's exactly what this is, because Chypre is a animalic oak moss dominant fragrance, and that's exactly what this is, with some florals in here. And you can really pick up on the rose, you can really pick up on that tuberose, and not as much as the rose, but the rose is very floral. It's very floral, very powdery, and with that nice touch of the iris powderiness. It's not super powdery, but it's very nice. It's very fresh and clean with some dirtiness from that patchouli and some earthiness from the patchouli and some animalic from that civet. And it's not too skanky, but it's skanky enough to where I could say it's very pleasing to the nose, especially on a woman. And it dries down to like this nice, fresh, kind of sweet musk with that bitter oak moss. You really do start to get that oak moss toward the dry down. Give it an hour and a half to 2 hours, and you're going to really start to pick that up on that musk and up on that bitter oak moss note. The animalics start to die off, and the powderiness starts to die off toward the dry down. So when it gets to the far dry down, you can kind of still smell it, but it's far, far in the back, especially the animalics, especially the powderiness, and that oak moss and that musk with the sweetness maybe from the honey or vanilla really starts to shine through, and it really starts to smell very, very amazing. I think it smells the best in the dry down. That's just my opinion. This fragrance is very strong when you first spray it on, so it's very loud. I mean, this is a 1983 release, so of course, back in the day, everything used to be super strong. That's at least from what I've been told, especially by older coworkers or, like my mom and dad. They're a lot older than I am, so they said that, when stuff used to come out back in the day, it used to be very loud and proud, in your face, just strong, and this fragrance, you really don't need a lot of sprays, maybe 2, 3, that's it. You're going to project very nicely for the first, I'd say, hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 to 4 feet. Sillage, this is where it really does shine. So when you walk past somebody, I do remember when my mom used to wear this on dates. She also used to wear this, like going on dates with my father, and then also wearing this to her job. She was a school teacher, and so when she was getting ready in the morning, she'd walk past and walk back and forth. The sillage, you can really smell this. I mean, you're gonna really leave a nice scent trail, and your scent bubble, I mean, you're gonna smell good, especially when you spray this on clothes and on skin. I mean, you know how it is, guys, but when you spray it on clothes, it's gonna last a little bit longer, it's gonna project a little bit better and stuff like that. Now, this fragrance is for older women, in my opinion. Younger women could wear this, but you really gotta have some confidence, especially with that animalic note and especially with that earthy patchouli note. If you're not really a big fan of those notes, you probably want to stay away from this. I haven't smelled younger women wear this. I've only really smelled my mom wear this fragrance, and she's older. She's not super old, but she was 35, 40 years old. And older, and when I was growing up and stuff, she was getting ready, and I just remember it smells amazing on women. This is something I wouldn't wear personally. Like I said, this is really feminine, especially with the floral notes in there, especially with that tuberose and rose and stuff like that. But this is really good. I really do enjoy smelling this fragrance. It really just brings really good memories of my mom and me growing up, and just family, and it just one really does remind me of my mom. Longevity, it's gonna last 10 hours plus. Obviously, it's not gonna be as strong as the hours go by. I'd say maybe around that 8th to 9th hour, it's gonna be a skin scent, but if you spray it on your clothes, you're gonna maybe get a little extra, maybe 1 to 2 hours out of that fragrance. But guys, that is my review of Diva by Emanuel Ungaro. I do believe that this is a really, really super feminine fragrance for women, and it smells amazing on women. I could tell you that right now. I love to smell this on a woman. Other than my mom, you know what I mean? I think this smells great on her, but I like to smell this on another woman, and it's not linear. It changes. There's a dance between a fresh, clean to a dirty animalic to an earthy patchouli, and that's what you really get from this. And I haven't smelled a fragrance like this, at least newer feminine fragrances like this, in a long time. And I really do believe that they should really go back to these old school powerhouse fragrances like this. And I know this is only a 10-year-old batch, but man, I can only imagine what this smelled like in 1983. It must have been a crazy beast, because if this lasts 10 hours plus, that vintage batches must have lasted a lot longer than that. But guys, I hope you guys like this review. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I have more feminine women fragrances coming, just to diversify. I know some women watch this channel, and I'm very, very happy. I know men watch this channel, so I want to make it diverse, and I want to give some women some things that they might be interested in. I want to give men some things that they might be interested in, and this is something that I enjoy doing, and I want to expand on my floral palette. Although I don't really enjoy florals, I think that this is a really good, excellent choice for maybe any women out there who haven't heard of this, or maybe haven't smelled this in a long time, or maybe you're just interested, maybe you're just interested in some older, classic powerhouse fragrances like Diva by Emanuel Ungaro. So thank you guys so much for watching this channel. I'm your host, Dr. Goo. I'll catch you in my next video. Please stay safe, enjoy life, and I'll catch you later. See ya.